For today's Cyber CEO episode,
Cyberbacker, you guys are extremely efficient and I so appreciate that. Delanor has got me extremely organized, does a lot of the marketing work for me as well. I travel a lot and I told her, I said, I don't know that I can keep you busy the whole time. And she was fantastic. She found things down the road, looking ahead. So she took the initiative to stay very busy. I give her homework, she gives me homework. It is a partnership. So I love her. I am a workaholic and I am a task person. I would sit down and make these graphics or these promotion things. She's able to do it faster and more efficiently than I could. I know that while I'm off doing lunches and meetings, I have tasks being done. So just being able to leverage my time has just opened up so much more free time to spend with friends, with family. I've actually gotten to spend a lot more time with my kids, and that is just invaluable.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another great day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Cosette, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
And we're very excited to have, of course, to talk to you more about your experience with virtual leverage and with Cyberbacker, obviously. But before we head on to that, I need your help here real quick. Can you tell us something about yourself and what you do, Cosette?
Sure. So I am a wife and mom of 5 kids. I was a team leader for Keller Williams Market Center for 8 years, and this fall transferred over to the OP position. So I've got 200 agents and a staff of about 8 people. And then I have a small real estate team. And then, of course, my family and my community projects. So kind of wear a lot of hats.
I can only imagine what your day looks like every day. Must be pretty crazy for you then, am I right?
Oh, yeah.
So if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been doing this? I mean, real estate.
Real estate. So I've been licensed for 22 years.
Wow.
I was an investor and a construction company owner for the first 13 years and focused on flipping houses, working with investors. And that's when I found my way to Keller Williams and decided to hang up my tool belt in my truck for stilettos and a pencil skirt and be a career realtor.
There we go. But really a lot of experience for you in the business world, and especially in real estate. Now, how about working with someone who's virtual though? Just like what you're doing with Cyberbacker. Is this a first time for you?
This is the first time for me. Yep.
Let's go. Now, how's it going? And was it a big change for you at all? Because I know in any kind of business before the pandemic, we were all kind of used to working with people that we meet most of the time. Now, everything's going a bit more virtual. So was it a big change for you at all?
It was. And I kick myself for not doing it sooner because it was a great change. The interesting thing is for 8 years as a team leader, I coached the top producers and recruited top producers in my market. And I have had to coach them on how to have an assistant or an admin. And I've seen everything from going right, wrong, and everything in between. So it definitely gave me kind of an advantage on how to work with an assistant.
It's good to know that. I'm assuming here that everything's going great between you and your cyberbacker then, am I right?
Yes, I love her.
There we go. So how long have you been working with her anyway?
So from September, I think, or actually, I think officially might have been October.
So a few months into the partnership then. Now talk to me more about her. What's it like working with her every day?
So the number one thing is it's really important to have a good match, right? Like I would always coach agents.
For sure.
And I have a coach also. And one of the things she said was, you want somebody that has the same values as you and priorities as you, but not exactly like you, because otherwise you're not expanding your skill sets, right?
Yeah.
In your toolbox. And so when I did the interview process with Cyberbacker, which by the way, you guys are extremely efficient and I so appreciate that. I was kind of down to like two people, and I asked Eleanor one last question. I said, "Tell me about someone you've worked for that was a really great experience." And so then she went and told me about this CEO. There was a blend of, kind of personal and
Mhm.
executive type of assignments, but she loved him because he explained the why and the thought process and the vision behind the tasks. And I said, then we will be a perfect match because I will paint every picture, every vision. I want you to understand how my thought process works. And the second thing is I told her my brain works in spreadsheets. So I need somebody that loves spreadsheets as much as I do. So
Wow.
those were our two key things. And then she's a mom also. I asked about her home life. So she definitely can
Mhm.
understand and empathize with my world and what I deal with my kids and balancing a work life.
Gosh. So basically, just going through the interviews, then it seemed like it was already a perfect match then between you and Eleanor during the beginning.
Yeah, and I know it's hard to, like, nail it on the first
Oh yeah.
try. I'm just so glad we did.
Now,
But your process was very helpful.
yes, of course, we try and make sure that we get it right the first time, most of the time, of course. Now, more about Eleanor. Then, talk to me about tasks. What are these things that she helps out with every day in the business?
Absolutely. So one thing is I work with a lot of different systems.
Mhm.
So she's had to learn a lot of systems, which back to coaching agents, when you just, so many people want to hire their cousin or their brother, sister, neighbor, whatever, to be an admin. And then you have to actually train them on everything. And so having the backing with you guys where
Mhm.
it's like, hey, I need you to learn this system. And you guys actually provided the training and the
Yes.
education for that. That is huge. The other thing is because I've got my hands in a lot of different things,
Mhm.
I always tell her, okay, we're putting on our OP hat right now. Okay, this is the real estate hat, like, because we'll bounce between, but we
Uh-huh.
came up with a structure. So every single morning we meet at 9 a.m. That is my accountability that I owe her to show up on
Mhm.
time and get my day started right every day. And then she checks in, of course, at the end of the day with the tasks. And so we've gotten into a nice rhythm with that.
Gosh, and imagine you've only been working for a few months. Imagine what you can do, let's say, in a year's time, right? That's the exciting part about this.
It is, we had to do our one sheet and we call it a 30, 60, 90
Mhm.
in Keller Williams. We did the whole thing in less than 30 days.
Wow, gosh, that
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Already a lot of growth between you and Eleanor. A lot of exciting things to look forward to, of course, in this partnership you have with her. Now, again, I talk about it as a partnership because, again, it's really a partnership between you and Eleanor. Now, what I'm curious about is how do you make this a successful partnership in just a very short period of time between you and Eleanor?
So definitely having the structure.
Mhm.
So we're not all over the place. Meet every day,
Mhm.
same time. Our communication platforms. So like we use Slack
Mhm.
for a lot of our going back and forth, and then Google Files and things like that. So she's got me extremely organized, so we can find things very quickly. But it's like micro changes, right? Like
Yeah.
give me 3 samples of this design because she does a lot of the marketing work for me as well. And then we fine tune it, we move on. But that daily accountability is really probably the biggest key.
The daily accountability, very very important, and the collaboration between you and Eleanor, I think during the beginning of the partnership is really what boosted it to this success. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo. Now, how about challenges though? I know there could be challenges when working with someone who's virtual here and there, but have you encountered any with Eleanor?
Not with Eleanor. I'd say the biggest challenge is number one, I travel a lot.
Mhm.
So like I was just gone for 7 days. And I told her, I said, I don't know that I can keep you busy the whole time. And she was fantastic. She found things,
Yeah.
down the road ahead, looking ahead, and got some different drafts, created for me and things. So she took the initiative to stay very busy. I give her homework, she gives me homework, right? So, like you said, it is a partnership, and I respect her time. So, like 9 a.m., whether I have makeup on or not, I am online with her. So, yeah, the biggest challenge is just making sure that I'm managing her and that time. So it's always kind of a back of my mind process of, what we're working on, because it's 4 or 5 different categories. It's literally like just changing jobs. Okay,
Yeah.
where are we on this one and this one and this one? So that takes focus on my part. And that's where, again, when I coached agents, I would see them drop the ball because they're like, well, I feel like sleeping in today, or I'm taking the kids to the park today. I don't have anything for them. And then they end up dropping their admin because they're not getting their money's worth and their
Sure.
time's worth, but it's really because they were not able to provide the right direction.
Absolutely agree with you there because again, this is a partnership. It's a two-way street between you and your cyberbacker or an admin, of course. If you don't help them to succeed, then this won't be a successful partnership anyway. Now, talking about success, again, it's only been a few months that you've been working with Eleanor. What's been the biggest impact of virtual leverage in the business so far?
Oh my gosh, my stress level.
Stress levels.
Because I am a workaholic and I am a task person. So I would sit down and make these graphics or these promotion things or whatever. And she's able to do it faster and more efficiently than I could. And like as a leader and anybody growing in business, like that's one of the big hurdles is to let go of the
Mhm.
control and get over yourself and not think like I'm the only one that can do it
Yeah.
or that do it that good. So it's amazing. I mean, I talked to her this morning, and then I know that while I'm off doing lunches and meetings, I have tasks being done. So just being able to leverage my time
Mhm.
has just opened up so much more free time to spend with friends, with family. I've actually gotten to spend a lot more time with my kids,
Wow.
and that is just invaluable.
Of course, invaluable time with the family, with your children, of course. And also now you have someone that you can trust that would really be invested in your business too. Now, I forgot to tell you earlier, Eleanor is going to be able to listen and watch this once we have this online, of course. So before we go, would you want to give her a quick shout out or any messages you'd like to give out to her?
Oh, absolutely. EJ's my girl. I love you. I can't live without you. And I look forward to a long, successful relationship together.
We go. Now, we too here in Cyberbacker are excited to see the continued success and growth of this partnership. And of course, Cosette, thank you very much for being on the show today. I had fun talking to you.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.